Hey folks, I just have a few minutes I have to take off. I'm going to Kimmy's company's Christmas party, but I did want to check in with you. Um, this week has been challenging, but good in a lot of ways. Um, I, well, it seemed, this period of time has seemed like I'm getting somewhere and then there's an obstacle. I'm getting somewhere and there's an obstacle. And this week was like that. I um, make extra money by deliver, uh, doing deliveries, and this week my truck broke down, and it looks like it's a starter, and it looks like it's going to be about $1,000, and um, I don't even like the truck, and and it actually needs more work. So it kills me, but I've got to repair my truck so that I can sell it and get something more dependable. And it just feels like, you know, I was getting a little bit ahead. I was about to buy a bunch of materials, and now I got to fix my truck. A truck I don't like, and a truck I'm going to just trade. But anyway, I was feeling very discouraged about that. And then we'll see what happens. But Kimmy, I've been taking her to work and picking her up so that I can use her car, and I'm grateful I can do that. Um, but the owners of her company like my work, and they have a pickup that they say they're not using, so I'm supposed to talk to them tonight. So I may be able to do a trade for a truck that works to keep me going. Um, and that would be terrific. The studio at the Sanitary Tortilla Factory has been delayed 2 weeks. Got a text today. The woman who is in it now just had a baby, so she's needs more time to move out. Luckily, the studio I'm in hasn't been rented yet, so um, and then I ordered some pounds from this fella, and he has messed them up 3 times this week. I actually threw him a little more cash so he could buy more materials, but now it's like, come on, dude. It's someone that could benefit from not drinking so much, I think. And I never talk to people about that, but I just feel like this is a guy who I'm just watching get in his way. And I can recognize it because I've done it. And I think I'm going to say something when he delivers those panels. Um, you know, just something simple. Uh, I know that there have been a few people in my life that have said something when they noticed something, and it made a difference. And so I'm not so worried about him hating on me at all. But I mean, really, he's so talented and so smart and does a great job. You know, he got materials wrong, um, and he made the first ones too heavy because he used the wrong thickness, and stuff like that. So he's making them right this weekend and delivering them on Monday. But so it just feels like I went to the studio. I picked him up last night and it was dark, and I picked him up in my pickup, and it was really stressful because I I can crank it, but I never know if it's going to crank again and how long I'm going to be broken down. So I had to go to his shop, pick up the panels, go to my studio, leave the truck running, unload them, and drive home. It was just crazy. Um, and so because of that, I didn't notice something. I went to the studio today to work and gesso those panels, and they are made out of the wrong material I saw once I started gessoing. So just feels like, I'm making progress, hurdle. Making progress, obstacle. But for some reason this week, all those things were easier to deal with. I have, not not been doing things like alcohol. I've introduced some supplements that have made me feel better, and I've started taking magnesium at night, which is really helpful for a number of reasons. Magnesium citrate, and I use a brand called Calm, and I put it in hot water at night at bedtime, and it works great. I sleep soundly, and I'm feeling better. I stopped taking the tamoxifen, and I think, well, I know my depression is better, and I'm feeling better. So I think I'm staying off of it this time, and I'm just gonna do things that are healthier. You know, just eat well, veggies, fruits, and take care of myself. Exercise, drink lots of water. And I can do those things better when I'm not super depressed, and that's what this drug does to me. I have a tendency towards it anyway, and it just nails me. So I think for my overall health, it's best not to take it and do all these other things that are more healthy. So that's where I'm at on that. What else? My dysphoria is better this week, and I'm feeling more at peace. And a little more hopeful. It's really hard to keep rallying when you don't have hope. So I think next week I'll maybe make a video about some things that I have discovered lately that have been helpful, and maybe share in depth a little bit about these supplements and things like that. I don't know. And as always, if you have a topic or if there's anything you want for me to talk about, let me know. I'm thinking I haven't started the 3-year video, which is coming up December 30th. I have 3 years on teeth. I haven't started that, but I've been thinking about it, and I was thinking about I do want to go back to an earlier time and talk about some things, but like what I mean is show some old footage and talk about some things that have changed. So there will be a little of that, but I was thinking I might just want to maybe, I don't know, tell my story a little bit, like tell a story a little bit. So I'm not sure how to handle that. So if you have any suggestions of ways that I can do this 3-year video, let me know. It will happen one way or another. Your input's always welcome. Is everybody getting ready for the holidays? I am going to be celebrating Christmas Eve and Christmas with Kimmy, and then she's going back to Cleveland, where she's from, to visit with her family. I want to go. I would love to be with them, but we lost our dog sitter, and Sadie's a freak, so I'm staying with the animals and going to work a lot in the studio. I guess that's enough. I will see you guys next week. Bye.